My views, welcome back to the episode of Arsenal Live. Today's video, we are discussing, as you can see from the title, the Steelers' day number 5 in the OTAs. And before we get started, I don't know if you guys seen it, but Stephen Tuitt has retired. He's moving on to a new chapter in his life. Retiring from football. He gave us 8 seasons with the team, and when he's on the field, he was a force to be working with. He had some injuries, and he had the tragic loss of his brother and stuff. I said, I remember I said in the past video that injuries can take a toll on you physically and mentally, and then also losing someone close to you like that can take a toll on you too. So maybe he changed the chapter. He said he's gonna do something better. He's gonna do something that's more, I guess, more productive. He said more productive or something. I forgot what he said, but exactly. But in the statement he said he got something else planned in his career in his life. So he's gonna do that. So shout out to that and shout out to him. But we got some topics here on the board, written down the board. Obviously, stay ready, But first thing first, when Kenny Pickett was interviewed, I think before practice started, he was talking about how he basically he's a third stringer right now. Mr. Rudolph is in front of him, and Mr. Trubisky's in front of him, of course. But Mr. Trubisky is getting first team reps, and they say he's looking very impressive out there. Mr. Trubisky looking very good. And I already predicted this in the past video if you guys seen. But I have Mr. Trubisky. That's the name. I was gonna say Mitch. I had Mitch coming in as the starter because the Steelers are always a team that like to ease into things most of the time. They want to have a veteran presence. Want to have someone who can man the offense and who's been there like that. And then you want to ease your young guy into things. You want to throw him to the wolves yet. You want to wait and ease him to things. Now, Kenny Pickett could become a starter later in the season. You never know what could happen because you're seeing instances where quarterback be looking good, Mitch looking good, and they have a decline in the mid-season to fall off a cliff or something, and you're like, what? We just lost 4 games straight, and they might have a quarterback change, but hopefully it don't happen. I think Mr. Trubisky is gonna have a pretty solid year. I don't expect Kenny Pickett to play this season. I probably give a 25% chance, 25 or 30% chance to play this season. But I think Mr. Trubisky will be solid enough to help us win, especially with the scheduling too. Now I ain't gonna overlook any teams, but some of the teams we playing are teams I know the Steelers are capable to beat. Even if we only scored 16 points, we can still beat those teams. So our defense can definitely manhandle those teams. But I feel like we can probably go 10-7, maybe 11-6 if we can overcome some of that stuff because there's some teams on there, some tough teams. But I have us 10-7, 11-6 ish, around that. And I think Mr. Trubisky can do that. He can be a solid bridge quarterback for us. And then if something special happens, some miraculous stuff happen where he just take us to a far distance in the playoffs, then you probably bring him back. Of course, you'd be stupid not to, or a fool not to. But Mr. Trubisky is going to be, I believe, going to be the starter coming into the year, and then Mason Rudolph, we're going to probably back him up, and then we're going to have probably Kenny Pickett in the third spot, and maybe battle it out, and he probably beat Mason Rudolph to get to the second spot, really, and then just have him just waiting for his opportunity, and he might get an opportunity maybe this year. Hopefully, we in a position where the last game doesn't matter to us, and we can rest, and we can finally get a good look at Kenny Pickett. Well, this is a scenario of everything going right, and everything go wrong. You might see Kenny Pickett early on. You never know what could happen. But Kenny Pickett said he knew coming into the season. I was paraphrasing. He knew coming into the season that it wasn't gonna be like the natural born. He's gonna be the starter right off the bat. He knew that it was gonna be a competition, and every quarterback is getting their chance to shine, and they all just getting reps and just going, just shining and going crazy in OTAs, and they all just putting in the work and putting in the effort to build chemistry with the team, with the O-line, of course, with the receiving cores and stuff like that, running backs, and build a team with chemistry with the offense and the coaches and stuff. Just learn everybody so you can be better as a unit. But another thing I forgot to discuss yesterday, because I didn't do a video yesterday, but Najee Harris, they say he bulked up. He's about 200. They say 244 pounds now, which is probably good too, because last year. He wasn't small last year, of course, but last year, he had a big production, So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get. I think this year you're gonna probably roll in and get a bigger production. So what you gotta do is you gotta go in there and maybe put on some few more pounds of muscle, and put on some more weight and stuff, and he's gonna be a freaking bowling ball, freaking. He's a freaking nature type athlete. Him, Derrick Henry, DK Metcalf is one of those guys too, those giant guys who just move fast and powerful like that, and still shifty. How they so shifty? They 245 pounds, and then Derrick Henry probably around 250. They're so shifty and so crafty like that. But Najee Harris is a little different. Derrick Henry, 'cause he can catch, and he can be like a wide out for you too. So it's different. Derrick Henry probably faster, but Najee Harris is more dual threat running back. So Najee Harris gonna have some good, probably some big production again, just like last year. Because the Steelers love using the running backs. But hopefully they implement Anthony McFarland or Benny Snell into the offense, where they like at least have like maybe combine either combine 600, 700 yards, or one of them have like 500, 600, 700 yards by themselves too, so we can like kind of mix it up with Najee Harris, because I don't want him to be overused, because that's what happens most of the time. Remember, I get overused within the first 5 years, and they start falling apart. Remember, you see Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas, he still is putting up solid, a good number, but for his standards, it's not good. But 1,000 yards is still a good season, but for his standards, he was putting up 1,300, 1,400 yards, and now he's kind of like barely eclipsing 1,000, like around 900-ish for the past 2 years. It's just because like they overused him. They have a backup. Now they have Tony Pollard now, but it's still not like they have a backup through like those early stages in the early years. So hopefully we implement a backup running back like Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland actually like get better or something, and then we can actually have a 1-2 punch or 1-2-3 punch. But hopefully that happens. But another person who's shining in not training camps, OTAs, is George Pickens. George Pickens, people say he's been looking good, catching some of those deep throws. They've been every time you see something, you hear people talk about him. They're just saying like George Pickens is playing pretty well OTAs. He's doing pretty good OTAs, so like that. So hopefully George Pickens is the guy. He's a guy. I have a lot of hope and a lot of faith in George Pickens being the #1 receiver for this season coming in. You have to Deontay Johnson contract negotiations and stuff, and that's like a long list of a lot of rumors and people denying stuff and not everything. So hopefully, I think George Pickens emerges as the #1 receiver. I just feel like because he's 6 foot 4, 6'3", 6'4". He about two. I don't know. He's like 200. He might bulk up probably. He might get to like 215 probably around like the time when the season start. And he's powerful. People say his speed is lacking speed, but he runs a 4.5, so that's still pretty fast. I guess the nowadays standards, people running 4.3s and stuff is not that fast, but that's still fast. And then he can go up there and get the ball. He play physical. He play with fire too. So hopefully he emerges as the #1 receiver. That'd be great for the offense itself, and that'd be great for us like coming to a new chapter in the receiving core. But yeah, that's all I got for today. You guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.